Well, it is today is July 17th. Today's Thursday and it is 8:44. So, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and trying to find somebody that kind of like went through kind of like the same issue as I did, or is kind of going through the same issue. I don't know. But I had a I had a rough past, and it was mostly me that I made all the decisions. But what I don't understand now that I'm 23 right now, that when I was when I was 14, I've gotten pregnant and I had my child. He was born one day before my 15th birthday, and I happened to just, I don't know, it's hard to explain because I'm trying to go back and to see, I'm trying to get it through my head. How is it that I ended doing all those things? Like, now that I'm 23, I can't comprehend like how did I do that? Because I see some young moms that had kids at my age at that time, and they didn't do what I did. And I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to find some closure, just to tell myself that I'm okay, which I feel like I'm not okay. I don't know how to explain it. So at the age of 14, I had my first child, and after my child was born, uh, I started smoking marijuana, and I ended up moving to the house of my son's father. And to be honest with you, I have a feeling that all this started happening, that I started like emotionally getting numb, like 'cause I was like numb for a long time, and I'm still kind of numb emotionally. My emotions don't connect to my heart or my mind. I don't know how to explain. I hope that within time healing comes, and it is coming, because I was a little bit way worse than I am today. So I happened to live at my baby's daddy's house, and he was 16 and I was 14. And I remember one day, and this is when I'm going back, I'm thinking that this is what happened. This was the cause of me losing control and losing my emotions. My I don't know what I because of what I did, what I did. I don't know how to explain it really. But anyways, we got across with this neighbor. We lived in a trailer home kind of place, and we got in touch with this neighbor. And one time we were coming out of the pool, and this one neighbor, he's like, hey you guys, because he knew that we like smoking pot and whatever. So he's like, hey you guys, I got something that you guys might want to try. Mind you, this guy was older. He was older, so he already knew like about, life, more than a young person. So he's like, yeah, I got something that you guys might want to try. It's like smoking weed, but it's like way stronger. And we were like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, like so dumb. We were like so dumb kids, whatever, We had no like, we didn't think about consequences or anything. So I happened to be PCP, that what he was talking about. So I didn't really think it was that bad until now, when I told somebody about it. They're like, oh my god, you really did that. Oh my god, I'm surprised that you still like kind of made it back are alive or whatever. So anyway, so he didn't tell us to dip, because I guess you dip it in cigarettes or you dip it in like the blunts or whatever, but he didn't tell us that. What he told us to do was the caps from the water bottles, you just take the cap off and then you just fill it up like taking a shot. So we did it, and it happened to be that we drank it and stuff, and then it made me feel very weird. And I think from that time, then I started losing my emotion. And I'm gonna like fast forward to the age of 23. There's like way more that you don't know. Like I had like other kids, which I had another daughter at the age of 16. I had another daughter at the age of 18. And mind you, I lost all my kids. I was like lost, doing drugs in the street, losing my mind. Luckily, I didn't end up in a mental hospital. And when I got to the point where I was like really afraid, that I was like, I felt paranoid. I felt like somebody was following me. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was obviously not okay. And now that I'm kind of like getting a little bit better, a little bit more stable now, um not that long ago, I thought I was like, maybe that was the cause of everything, because I, mind you, like a year ago I was in a Christian home for like a year and a half because I needed like help. I was like homeless. I didn't like, I was doing really really bad for myself. I didn't like even know, like nobody recognized me. Like I was like a robot walking. Like I was just out of my mind, literally. So anyway, so I go in the home, and then I remember one time we were saying our testimonies. And mind you, I'm just telling you like little short things of the story. Like the whole story is like way too long, and I can't even comprehend it, to be honest with you. So then I was standing there saying my testimony, and then I was saying, oh yeah, so all the drugs I've done. And then I said about, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. And everybody's like, what about drinking the PCP? They're like, you're not supposed to drink it. You're only supposed to dip it in a cigarette, mind you. It was like, and then that's when it came to my mind. I'm like, oh my god. That's when I started thinking, is that what was wrong with me or whatever? I don't know, mixing it. But I mixed a lot of drugs, to be honest with you. But I seen a lot of people that mixed, like, that did the drugs I didn't. I didn't even do it for that long, because I only did it from 16. Like I got really bad at the age of 17, from 17, 18, 19, 20, 3 years. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. So I after I got out of the home, and it was a year and a half, and I was so paranoid throughout the whole year in there. When I got out of the home, I was still paranoid. And what the reason why I'm making this video, just to get straight to the point, is because I was having a conversation with my dad, and he was telling me about, he's like a really rough day. He's never been there for me. He like barely is back into my life, and he's barely back into my life, and it's only been like a year and a half that he's been back into my life. And we were having a conversation, and he started saying, like, I don't understand why you like so innocent, your mind is so innocent, and you have no malicious, you have no like malicia, I don't know how to say it in English, but you have no malicia, you like, you've had a rough past. It's like you're not innocent. You should have been like freaking a badass bitch, like, in shorter words, a badass bitch, because of my past that I live. And he's like, I don't understand what the issue is. I don't know if there's something mentally wrong with you. I don't know. So I was trying to tell him, I was like, I don't know either. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm trying to figure it out. Like, and he's like, and I never heard you feeling resentful for what you did and this and that. And I'm like, I do. And I don't understand why I did that. To be honest with you, now that I'm 23, it's like, I don't understand why I did it. But I guess it hasn't really like emotionally like really grasped into me, like, to find out why I did what I did. But I have no idea. I'm still praying for that. I'm praying for that awakening to get like to awaken myself, because me, myself, and I have no idea what the hell's going on with me. But I'm trying to grasp to everything now, and I could say that I've gotten better a little bit, a lot better than how I was. But from my age, it's only a little bit. And I was actually searching for videos to see if like maybe I can relate to somebody, or somebody can tell me like how they got through it, or if I'm not the only one that's like that. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are like kind of like emotionally like just out of place. So the whole point about me making this video was just to like so I can like just share this with myself, and analyze what is wrong with me, but I really don't know what's wrong with me. So my dad made me think about that. I wasn't really thinking about that, but it's something that I have to think about because it's something that I have to get healed from, I guess. And a lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people around my family, even friends, people that I know, and even my own son, his grandma, I know she thinks that I'm like selfish, that I don't care, like that I did everything, that I knew what I was doing, and to be honest with you, like I have no idea why I did what I did. Like I have no emotion. I had no emotion. Like I didn't think, and now I regret it. And I wish I would have not done that. But it's like I can't take it back, and I gotta move from there. But anyways, I have kind of like bad at explaining things, but I'm just praying to God that He awakens me and I get to be able to figure out what I did, and I'm like actually waiting right now for I applied for DACA, and I actually already have an appointment on August the 4th at 2 o'clock, and I'm waiting to see if I'm gonna get approved, and I hope I am, and I hope that this gives me a little bit more strength within myself to be a better person, because to be honest with you, I fear the future, and I fear that I'm not okay, and I want to do better for myself, but it's just kind of hard. Like I tend to drink like a lot, and I'm trying not to, but I don't know, it's like because I get bored and I don't have nothing else to do, so I just grab a beer and drink one. But I know that I should be doing other things, so I'm trying to figure out what I should do to be better, and mentally first, because that's like the most important thing, that you need to be mentally first. So I don't know like if this video made any sense, but I will try to find out what's wrong with me.